Hello. It is afternoon at this point. It is Friday afternoon. I just got off work. Teaching is done, and I can actually go straight into my weekend. So, I decided to do a reading blog so that I can finish the rest of my TBR for the month. Because it is September 20th, and I think I finished 2 books this month, and I'm in the middle of 3. And I have not picked up a book in about a week, which is not normal at all. So I kind of want to get back into it. And the reason why I haven't picked up a book is because I've been watching a lot of TV, which is not great. It's not great because I haven't felt great. So I'm thinking this weekend, instead of watching TV, let's try knocking out some of my books. Here's the thing. I'm in the middle of 3 books. Let me show you. The City of Bones. We got Archer's Voice, which this is like my second month trying to finish this book. And then also Keeping 13, which I just started at the beginning of the month. I am about, in Keeping 13, almost a quarter, not even a quarter. Archer's Voice, I literally have like probably 100 pages left. And City of Bones, I think I'm about 70%. I've been listening to this on the audiobook, meaning only this morning. I listened to a little bit of it, maybe a chapter or 2, which is great. It was nice. But I'm in a position where I want to get some books done, read. I want to finish the books so I can start some new ones, which I'm kind of excited about. The goal at this point is to read as much as I can this weekend. I wanted to get into some fantasy books, which I did select some fantasy books for my September TBR, you could call it. But I also got a lot of things to do this weekend. So I'm kind of trying to juggle a little bit. I'm going to finish this on audiobook. I'm going to set you down so I can talk about this for a little bit. All right. So here's the thing with this book. I've been trying to read this book since about maybe May, definitely May. And it's been a struggle. Everybody has raved about it, given this series a really good recommendation. It's just hasn't, I don't feel the binge. Everybody's been binging this series. I don't feel it. This was actually the first series I bought because this was one of my books I wanted to read in high school. And I couldn't because my mom was like, there's demons in it. There's angels in it. This is like I'm not supposed to be reading it. So I didn't read it. I think if I read this in high school, I would have loved it. But like right now, I feel like this reminds me of a TV show, which the hardest part about reading this book is that I have watched the movie. And I think that's where I went wrong, is I watched the movie, then I'm trying to read this book. So I kind of know what's happening and what's going to happen, which sucks a little bit because it's a little slow getting through it, a little slow. But I'm going to push through it, finish the rest on audiobook. Actually, this might be the first thing I'm going to try to finish reading. And the reason why is because I have a lot of work I got to do in the house because I got to spray for bugs. So I want to make sure everything's like spish and spash. My room is atrocious because of the crazy week I've had as well. So it might be easier to start off with an audiobook for today, which is great. This one, my poor soul with this book. I binged the first half of the book. More than half. Nope, half of the book I binged. I couldn't put it down. And then when they got together, I got bored. I started to tab all the unnecessary smut parts in the book. And it's because I didn't think there was a lot of smut the first piece. And then I think once I hit 4 or 5 scenes, I'm tapped out and I kind of have to stop. And this is like the second book that I've had to stop at like the 60 to 70% mark because I just reached my capacity of handling smut in a book. And it's just hard for me to get back into it right now. But I want to finish it. I literally have, this is 283. I have 100 pages. Yeah, 100 pages left of this book. I'm going to be honest. I was going to rate this book like a 4 stars at the very beginning. I was feeling like it was going to be great. Everyone raved about it. I think it might be a lot lower at the very end. We'll see. No, most likely it will be because it took me so long. It's like month 2 of trying to get through this book. Not this one. I have to pace myself with this series. And the reason why, it's so heavy. And I feel like this part was heavy. And I reached a part in the book where she's now coming back to school after an incident that happened at the tail end of the first book into the second book. And it literally leaves you off on a cliffhanger on the first book. So I think I stopped at a pretty good mark to finish it. I have a feeling that I will be able to finish these two books and maybe get halfway through this book this weekend. That I'll definitely check back in. But this weekend, I am definitely trying to set my house up for fall, clean, get through some of my TBR, the books I'm in the middle of, so I can actually start a whole new book genre, actually. I think I'm ready to just switch to some fantasy for a little bit, which is pretty on brand for fall. Definitely. So yes, that's where we are now. I am going to clean, and I'll give you an update when I reach further in this book. That's a definite. So yeah, we'll keep tuned. Good morning. It's very, very bright. Oh my gosh. It is another day. To kind of catch up on what happened last night, or what I read last night, I did get a good ways into The City of Bones. This is very harsh, so bear with the light. I think I got this much left. It's not that bad. I'm not gonna lie. It's not that bad. I don't know why. Like, it's interesting. It's intriguing enough that I would read the next book. I just can't believe it took me so long. And this is what happens when you start books that you're not in the mood for because other people told you to read it. And I just was not in the mood for City of Bones. And I kept comparing it to the movie. So hopefully by the time I finish the first book, it'll get a lot better. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So let me tell you something. Something just dropped. I'm just finishing the little bit of this audiobook. And I got to a part where, I kid you not, I think I'm almost disgusted. And I can't say it because it's going to spoil it. But honestly, if what this statement that I just heard is true, oh, that's so gross. Oh, gosh. We start learning more and more about characters and who's who gave birth to who. Oh, my goodness. I don't know anymore. Let me finish. Okay, so I just finished City of Bones. Not that bad. I'm still on the fence on how, I would rate this book. Because it did take me a while, but then also it got really good, too. I gotta think about it, really do. Part of me wants to just rate it like a 3, a high 3. But I like it enough to continue the series. So, that's that. And I'm waiting for my dog because he's at the groomers right now. And I went to Target and I got this book. And I also got Happy Place. Have I read any of Emily Henry's books? No. Have I bought almost all of her books? Just about. Mostly because, not saying I know I'm going to like her, but also I want to kind of binge her books to know if I really like her as an author. Because that's typically how I know if I like an author or not. I did that with Mariana Zapata. Read one of her books, then it led to 5, and by that time, if I can get through that many books, I'm like, it's mine. I like it. But I only bought it because it was on sale. They have that deal I was talking about. So I'm gonna try reading Songs of Achilles. I've heard mixed reviews about it. Some people love it, some people hate it. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm gonna start it. Is it part of my TBR? No, but I think I have about an extra 30 or 40 minutes till my dog's done and I need something to buy time. But yes, I'll tell you what it's like. All right, it is Sunday, so let me get you an update. First of all, I went to the bookstore yesterday and I was starting The Sound of Achilles. I got, I think, to chapter 2 and I haven't picked it back up since. So what I decided to do was start another book, mostly because I had it on audiobook and it was a book that I had and it's on my TBR. That's why I jumped ship. So this is the audiobook I'm listening to right now. I'm gonna switch to reading it real soon because I'm not a tabber. I haven't tabbed a lot of things, but the one thing I started tabbing in this book, which is not normal for me, is cute things, acts of service, and things that are hilarious, which is pretty cool. I actually really enjoy this book. It's so good. I really enjoy this. The first book I read from Catherine Centers, The Bodyguard, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't also great either. But it was all right. I was content with it. I think I rated that like 3 stars. But this is really good. It is really good. I love the plot. I love the storyline. Like, it's like, I did not think this was what it was about when I read it or when I picked it up. So that's a good thing. 1. So right now I'm cleaning up my bathroom because I have a good amount of stuff to do. So right now, cleaning the bathtub, cleaning the bathroom, listening to this audiobook, and then once I finish, I'm gonna eat some dinner, then switch. That's the goal. That's the goal. So yes, that's my Sunday task for today. I'm doing some laundry, a little bit of laundry at the same time. Mostly old laundry I'm folding up, so we'll see how that works. But yes, I'm excited to finish read this book. I'll keep you updated. I'm about 100 pages into this book right now. Chapter 8. Great. So good. I'm ready. I'm ready to finish it, even though I just started it. I have a feeling I might finish this before I go to sleep tonight, so it's a good thing. I also wanted to do Archer's voice, but I think I might do that tomorrow night and just knock it out because I have that last 100 pages that I just want to get done. Because remember, I'm trying to read as much as my TBR this month because I'm really behind. I think I read 2 books I read 2 books this month, but none of those are from those TBRs, so that's the problem. Actually, I take it back, 3 books. One of them I just finished, which is City of Ashes, or no, City of Bones, which is pretty good. It was all right. It was pretty good. I'm gonna read the second book, so that's a good thing. So yes, I'll keep you updated when I am halfway through Hello Stranger. All right, so it is Monday. It is September 23rd, actually. I finished Hello Stranger this morning. I had, I think, 1 chapter and the epilogue left. I'm not gonna lie, this was so good. This was good. I rate this a 4, a high 4, almost 5 stars. Maybe it'll be a 5-star, but I think it's a 4-star for now. I'll if it changed, my views change, I'll definitely put the new rating, but I think it's a 4-star. It's so good. And the very end of the book, what Catherine Centers did was amazing. She gave a good like life application part. She talked about her story, how she got into writing books and reading romance books. She talks about like the data behind the disease that the girl suffered from in this book as well, which is, it's just, their details in the book was so good. I loved it. And I mentioned before that I tabbed a little bit. I didn't tab many spots. I think I only tabbed like 4 spots, but that's okay. It's just mementos. But Hello Stranger is done. So what that means is you get to watch this. All right. So that means I think right now I started The Perfect Marriage. This is toxic. I was listening to a piece of the audiobook on the way to work this morning. This is so toxic. So this is the audiobook I'm listening to on the way to work. So this is gonna get done too. But I think today I'm gonna read Archer's Voice because I just had that little bit left. And then I think I want to finish Keeping 13 as well. Like, I was thinking about restarting the Song of Achilles, but the thing with starting the Song of Achilles, I think I got like 10 pages in, is that I still have another book that is unfinished. And the goal was to kind of finish my unread books because last month I ended up ending the month with a lot of books that I didn't finish yet. So right now, I think we're at like 4 or 5 books this month. We'll see. But today, I'll tell you how I feel about Archer's Voice when it ends, which that's what I'm about to read right now. And then I'm going to read Keeping 13, and I'm going to read it. I'm going to just continue to listen to this on the audiobook in the mornings to work, because I literally have an hour total of driving, so I could really get all of that done in that timing. So yeah, I'm going to finish Archer's Voice. I just got 100 pages left. I'll tell you what I think. think I'm gonna rate it a 3. I had 100 pages left. I've been trying to read this book for a bit. The ending was really good. I will let you know that. But if you have seen like the beginning of this video, you realize that like I got on a slump with this book. Not like a reading slump, but I stopped reading it because I stopped enjoying it. I'm gonna be honest. Once the couple got together, the plot just died. So there's like this whole middle section in this book, like this much, where it was complete boredom. I was complete boredom. Boredom at its finest. And the reason why, now that I'm like, I finished the book and I'm like reflecting on it, I've realized there was not enough of the point of view of the male character Archer. That's, I think, the problem. You see so much of the perspective of the girl, which is not, it's not like books are like that, but the book is literally called Archer's Voice. I think it's an amazing story. I love the story in this book. So I'm not even gonna like, I can't even hate on the book. That's the problem. Like when I was halfway through it, I'm like, dang, I want to just not finish this book. I want it to be 2 stars, but I think it deserves a 3 stars. I think what this could have been a 5-star book for me. It could have if they removed the middle section. And the reason why I'm so adamant on this middle section, because this entire section here, once they got together, is all smut. And I was like skipping, and what I started to do was I started tabbing it, because those were parts where I got really disinterested really fast, and I just tabbed it, moved on. And it picked up in the end because you got to watch Archer grow as a person and like see him develop. But what I was very confused at with this book, and I know I'm kind of ranting at the same time, the last like 70 pages is like, what's the best way to put it? Was really good, but I wish this was fleshed out. Like the aftermaths of Archer like getting to know his voice and like who he really is, how he can communicate in the world. Because in case you didn't know, like Archer is mute. So the last bit was so good. You're seeing like him like communicate and finding confidence in this world that he felt the whole time that people were against him. I would have loved to know what happened when he left on his hiatus. And I don't think this is a spoiler per se, because you guys know that this is like not a coming of age story, because he is a lot older. He's in his like 20s, like the male lead. But I would have liked to know what he did on his journey, like to hear it from his perspective, because the point of the story is to hear his side of it. And I understand it's from the perspective of like mostly the female lead, but I think this would have been a really good book if they cut out the 100 pages of smut and then they expounded on his journey, what he went through, because I think it was really hard to get that emotional connection to Arthur at the end of the book because it was so rushed. So, I don't know. I can see why people rate these like really, really high. I can see why people give this a 5-star book. I can also see why people cry. There's a section in it where like tears can happen. I did not cry, but I can see why tears happen. Tears flew. Because I was like, there's no way. I was like, the guy just came back. There's no way. That's how my face was, and I'm flipping back and forth with the page. I'm like, I like normally I'm watching people cry, and I'm sitting here like making sure I'm reading the right words on the page, in denial the whole time. So this book wasn't too bad. It was okay. 3 stars. Would I recommend this book to somebody? Yes and no. This is a maybe. This book is definitely a maybe, mostly because the smut is not skippable. It's really hard to skip it because in between it there are like really good connecting points that builds on the characters. It's not my most recommended book, but I think it's really nice to have like books where you recognize different disabilities. And that's what also was like Hello Stranger as well. Like it talked about like an illness and how an illness can almost make you, like she was temporarily disabled in this book as well. So yeah, you can see what I'm going to be doing next with this book real soon, which is really cool. But I want to end this video here because I know this video is going to be long. But it's been, I think, around 4 days. I've had maybe 3 days of reading. Have I been reading all day those 3 days? Definitely not. But this is my let's finish my September TBR video. And I hope you enjoyed the part one. And the reason why I'm saying is part one because I am going to record the rest of the week. I want to kind of catch my reactions, check in every once in a while. And I think we'll have maybe 2 or 3 videos on this. Maybe we'll go to part 3. Depends on how long it is and how many books I end up covering. I think that's what depends on how long. So as of now in this video, we finished The City of Bones, Hello Stranger, and Arthur's Voice. City of Bones is a yes. It took me forever to finish it, but it was a yes. Hello Stranger, yes. This one, maybe. So yeah, that's my video. That's all I got for you guys right now. At this moment, I'm gonna be done for the reading for today, and it is Monday. I know I should probably start on another book. I already got into an audiobook, The Secret Marriage, or The Perfect Marriage, which I'll do in my next video. But I'm ending here, and I'm gonna go edit this video, and then I'm gonna probably practice some coding, and then we'll move on to this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like videos like this, give me some ideas that you want to see, some books you would like me to read as well, because I'm always looking for new books to read, which is so cool. So you guys have a great one. I will see ya. Thanks for watching.